Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my go-to glowy summer makeup look. This is a look I like to do when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, but I still want to look very glowy and sun-kissed. And I want my skin to look really hydrated and healthy. So let's get into it. So first thing I'm going to do is prime. And today I'm going to use the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. This is one of my go-to primers. It just works really well with my skin. And I feel like it really makes my makeup last. And it's seriously so sticky. It's crazy. Now for complexion, all I'm going to be using today for like a foundation, I guess you could say, is the e.l.f. Halo Glow in the shade Fair Light. So I'm not going to use any foundation or a skin tint or anything like that. I'm just going to use this because it's so glowy and it gives my skin just enough coverage. So I don't really need anything else on top of it. And like I said, this look I don't like to wear a ton of makeup just to keep it light. I feel like in the summer, if I wear a lot of makeup, my dry skin just gets so crusty. So I like to keep it as minimal as I can. And then I'm just going to blend that out with a damp sponge. Alright, that's all blended in. So next step, I actually do cream bronzer. And what I use for that, which this is a hack to have super glowy skin. I use the same thing, the e.l.f. Halo Glow, but in a dark shade. So this is the shade Rich. You can use any shade, any darker shade that you think looks close to what you use for bronzer. Use that and it will look so pretty and glowy on the skin. Now with this stuff, it's really pigmented, so I use like a tiny bit where I put my cream bronzer. So a little bit on the cheek, forehead, both sides, and I literally just use like a dot. And then I do my nose. And then with this look, I don't do eyeshadow. I just kind of use cream bronzer and blend that out, and then sometimes I'll top it with normal bronzer just for like a little bit of color, but that's all I do. So I like to put a little bit of this right on the crease of my eyelid. Alright, and then another major key to make this look good is the brush that you use to blend it out. I used to use a sponge, which you can use and it'll still look good, but I started using this brush. It's the Refi brush. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's by the brand Refi. And it looks like this, and it's like a little stippling brush, but it blends this stuff out like magic and it makes it look so smooth. So I just take this and then I just start to blend all where my bronzer would normally go. And you just blend it until it looks seamless. So you just keep blending. And then I'll do my eye as well and just kind of start blending that out with the other areas of the face. So this I like to take upwards towards my temple to give that more like lifted effect. I just start blending it all over my crease and out. And then for the nose part, I actually use a different brush just because it's hard to get this precise using this big brush. So I'm going to use this little brush by Tarte. It's like dual-ended. I don't know what it's called. I got this such a long time ago. But I use this side. It's like a little fluffy angled brush. And then I just take it and start to blend out the nose. And I always bring it up like into my eye so that it's a seamless blend. And one thing I will say is that you do have to work kind of quick with this product, because if it dries down too much, it can be kind of hard to blend in, which is kind of annoying, but it's worth it. Maybe you do one side of your face first and then apply the product to the other side and then blend it out, just to save some time for the side you're not working on to dry. But seriously, look how good it looks. It's so smooth and glowy. And that's just using 2 products and a good brush to blend it out. I love it. I'm obsessed. Next thing I'm going to do is concealer. I'm actually going to use 2 different shades, but they're both the same concealer, the LA Girl Pro Conceal. The darker shade is in the shade Porcelain, and then the lighter one is in the shade Fairest. And then this is what I do. So I take my regular shade that I normally would use, and I put it in the under my eye and then on the outside and just drag it up a little bit on both sides. And then I like to do a little bit on my chin, any spots I want concealed, and then around my nose and mouth. And then I take this lighter shade and I just put a tiny little bit in the middle. And I just feel like it really brightens my eyes up a lot, my under eye, with the lighter shade. Which you don't have to do this, but I like to do this when I'm being extra. And I feel like it just gives it a little more brightness. And then I like to blend this out with my sponge. And again, I like to take that all the way up to my temple, just because I feel like it makes my face look more lifted. After concealer, I like to go in with powder, but I only like to use a little bit of powder. I have a really dry skin, so if I overdo it, my skin is getting crusty, like no doubt. So I take a little bit on one of these little puffs, and then I just do right under my eye, and I bring it out a little bit on the side of my nose. And I use this same puff for my whole face. I don't dip back in. I just kind of put it everywhere where I put my concealer. And then I like to kind of run it like right under where I put my bronzer, just to kind of sharpen that up a little bit. Next up is cream blush. I'm using this one today by Fenty Beauty. It's in the shade Petal Poppin'. I really like this color for the summer because it's just like the perfect bright pink and it looks really good. I feel like, and the formula is nice. It's not a matte formula, so it does still give some glow to my cheeks as well. So I'm going to take this brush. It's by Japanesque. It's just like a flat brush, and I'm going to go into the product and then put it on my cheek, like right above where I did my bronzer. And I really like to focus it right here, like the apples of my cheeks, just to give my face like that sun-kissed look. And I do still bring it up to my temple and kind of blend it in with the bronzer and then what I blended out on my eyes. Now I like to do the eyes, so I'll just fill in my eyebrows a little bit and then do mascara, and then that is it for the eye. So really simple. I like to focus more on the complexion with this look as opposed to the eyes. I keep the eyes simple and I feel like it makes the skin really pop out. So just run that through both of my eyebrows, fluff them up a little bit, make them look a little bit messy. And then that's it, just 2 products. So I use this e.l.f. pencil to fill them in. It's the Instant Brow Lift pencil. It's what I use every day. This is my go-to eyebrow product. And then the NYX, this is Brow Glue. This is what I use for the gel. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. This is currently my favorite mascara. It's so good. Now that my mascara and eyebrows are done, my next step is my favorite part. It's the highlighter. And I actually saw, I think it was Jaclyn Hill doing this on her TikTok. And ever since, I've been obsessed with it and I love doing this. It makes my skin look so good, so glowy. So what you do is you take a liquid highlighter. I'm using this one today. It's by Iconic London. It's their Illuminator. And There's no shade, it just says original. So I don't know, maybe this is the only color that they make. But I take a little bit of it, like 1 drop, that's all you need, and I put it on the back of my hand. And then you take a damp beauty blender. I'm using a different one that I do this with, so it already has a bunch of highlighter on it. And then you just dip your beauty blender a little bit into the product, and then I kind of like tap it off, just so it's not too dramatic when I put it on. But then you take the sponge and you put it right where you like to have your highlighter. So I do my cheeks, above my eyebrow and my brow bone, and then do the same on the other side. And if you don't want it super dramatic or you want it more dramatic, just blend it with the brush, or just blend it with the sponge. So I like to blend it a little bit more so it's not too overwhelming, but still noticeable. And I love it on my brow bone right here. And then I do take a little bit and put it on the tip of my nose and then right on the bridge of my nose. And then I just kind of blend it out a little bit more. And then that's it. It looks so good. And it really makes the highlighter pop, but it blends it in really nice. Sometimes with a brush, I feel like it can be hard to blend out liquid highlighter, but it works so well with a sponge. Last up, we have lips. And similar to the eyes, I'm going to keep the lips very simple just because this look really focuses on the skin and the complexion as opposed to the eyes and the lips. I just like to keep those kind of low key and then put a lot of effort into my skin. So today I'm going to use the NYX lip pencil. This is the shade Neutral. It's just a light nude. It's like almost the same exact color as my lips. So I'm going to line with that. And then I always overline my Cupid's bow a little bit just to enhance my lips, make them look a little bit bigger. And then on the bottom, I like to overline the middle part of my bottom lip. And then I take a little bit of the lip liner and kind of put it all over my lips. Just for a better blend, and then I smudge it out with my finger. So it barely looks like I have anything on my lips. It just kind of enhances them all together. And then I do like to top it off with some lip gloss or lip balm. Today I'm going to use the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm. This is the vanilla frosting flavor. And these are so nice and they smell so good. I have like three of them. I really love the grape one as well. Okay, and then that just gives my lips the perfect shine. Alright, and then here's the final look. My glowy summer makeup routine. Like I said, I like to keep the eyes and the lips super simple and really focus on the complexion. I want to look hydrated and glowy. Especially when I'm out in the sun, in the heat and sweating. I like to keep the makeup light, but still achieve that glowy look that I'm going for, and I found that this look does that. So this is my go-to in the summer. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Bye!